It happened again. What seems like inevitably, the Kansas City Chiefs are headed back to the Super Bowl for a fifth time in 6 years. Two of those times, they reigned victorious over the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game to advance to that point. Additionally, they beat the Bills two more times in the divisional round of the playoffs in 2021 and 2023. Patrick Mahomes is known as the best of the best in the NFL today, but Josh Allen has been right behind him, or in some cases, better than him in everything except the most important metric, playoff success. The two teams have played each other 9 times since the start of 2020, 4 of those times being in the playoffs. The Chiefs have the overall record of 5-4 in Allen versus Mahomes, but lead 4-0 in playoff matchups. That was continued on Sunday when the Chiefs did it again at the Arrowhead Invitational. So, does Allen versus Mahomes deserve the same respect as Brady versus Manning? Is there another team that has a better rivalry with the Chiefs than Patrick Mahomes? Welcome into Sentry Football, and in this video, we dive into the Bills versus Chiefs matchup in 2020 and examine the deservingness of the title of a true rivalry. We start our story all the way back in 2017 because that draft gives some real foundation to the matchup. After 2016, the Bills held the 10th overall pick in the draft, but the Chiefs saw their guy and traded into the spot in exchange for 2 first-round picks and additional picks that would be used to help draft Josh Allen. The Chiefs obviously took Mahomes, while the Bills got in exchange Tre'Davious White, Tremaine Edmunds, Deion Dawkins, and others, as well as create a package the following year to trade into the 7th overall pick following 3 trades and drafted Josh Allen. Fast forward to 2018-19, where the Chiefs had an all-time offense and won Mahomes' first Super Bowl appearance the latter year. The Bills made the playoffs with an undeveloped Josh Allen in 2019, but lost to the Texans in the wildcard round. Then 2020 came, and we would see Allen versus Mahomes for the first time ever. In front of 0 fans in Buffalo, the Chiefs got a Tuesday night victory and handed the Bills their second loss of the year. Josh Allen had been playing at an MVP level and looked like he would challenge Mahomes for best quarterback in the league by year's end. The two teams would meet in the AFC Championship game that season, and the Bills' inexperience really showed itself. Kansas City grabbed a decisive victory over the Bills and advanced to their second straight Super Bowl. Ironically, this would be the only time to this day that the Chiefs had a large victory over Buffalo of more than 1 score. The following year, Josh Allen played like he had something to prove. He once again was playing at an MVP level, and when the two teams met on Sunday Night Football early in the year, the Bills hammered Mahomes and the Chiefs. It was maybe the most dominant win of the series to this day, and Allen looked like the best player on the planet. But once again, it would be the playoffs that would decide it all. In the 2021 divisional round, the two quarterbacks both had what was perhaps the game of their lives. Josh Allen and Gabe Davis were magically locked in, and they hooked up 4 times in that game, including 2 go-ahead scores within the final 2 minutes of the game. But Mahomes, Kelsey, and Hill did the impossible in the infamous 13 seconds game to pull off an incredible overtime win. The Chiefs got the ball in overtime, and that decided the game consequently. The Bills would beat the Chiefs both of the next 2 seasons in the regular season, both by lower scoring slim margins in Kansas City. But in 2023, the Chiefs finally had to come to Buffalo to play in front of the Buffalo crowd in the playoffs. Overall, the Bills killed themselves in this game. Mahomes and the Chiefs did enough to win, but missed opportunities by the Bills lost them the game and ended their season once again. The Chiefs went on to be back-to-back Super Bowl champions and were now 3-0 in the Allen-Mahomes rivalry in the playoffs. That offseason, the Bills made a shocking move and moved on from star receiver Stephon Diggs. They didn't really fill their void either. They traded down with the Kansas City Chiefs to get Keon Coleman and let Xavier Worthy go to the Kansas City. When the two teams met in Week 11, the Chiefs were 9-0, looking to continue an undefeated season in Buffalo. But Allen and the Bills shut that down with a 2-score win. The Bills were now 4-1 in the regular season against the Chiefs, and they knew it was going to lead to another playoff edition of the matchup. This time, it was back to the AFC Championship game. Surely, it was the Bills' time, right? Josh Allen once again played at a special level, and the Chiefs simply weren't as dominant all year. This time, it was a mix of questionable calls and missed opportunities by the Bills that led yet to another playoff loss to Mahomes, Reed, and the Chiefs. So that brings us back to our question. Is this really a rivalry? At this point, it's safe to say that Allen will never be looked at as being on the same level as Mahomes after losing to him 4 times in the playoffs. Manning eventually got to Brady, but the same is not happening for the Bills and Allen. In order for this to have real emotion for both sides, the Bills have to get it done at some point. but those opportunities are only going to come for so long. Joe Burrow and the Bengals defeated the Chiefs in 2021 and 22. They can say they've gotten Mahomes once. Allen and the Bills can't, and the Bills' history of losing keeps going. It's not a real rivalry, and until they beat the Chiefs at least once, if not twice, when it matters, then it will never be a true rivalry. I'm Sam Napoli. Thanks for watching.